So feet together and knees out wide. And just lengthen your body along the mat, heels pressing back toward your hips. If you need any kind of support for this pose, please find that for yourself. It could be a blanket or a bolster underneath your knees, something under your forehead. But choosing this pose to recenter and just drop down into this moment, that touch of the forehead to the mat can really just reset the brain in a way that's like, now we are here in this very moment. So go ahead and begin to breathe into this very moment. Just noticing the quality of your breath. If it's been a busy morning or a busy moment, weekend, notice what you come with. And you don't have to change anything until it's ready to be changed. You might notice some things that you might want to shift, but be kind and gentle with yourself in these shiftings that may happen. Palms wide open. Inner elbows roll up toward the sky away from one another, and shoulders draw back down the back, creating some more space down the back for yourself. Finding with your breath some space between your bones, your spine. Opening up. Taking a breath out the mouth to just sigh out any excess tension that you've got. Maybe a couple of those. One more big breath in. And sigh it out the mouth. Take a little wag for your tail. And let your shoulders roll side to side as well as your forehead on the mat. And let's come on up to all fours and just take a moment to lengthen out each leg a couple times, opening up the backs of each of your knees. You might gaze one side to the other just to open up the neck a little bit and the eyes. Spread each toe as you're moving side to side with this, opening the strong muscles of the legs. And then we'll meet on all fours once again. Just pause in tabletop and find a moment of stillness. A moment just to be. And then we'll come into our movement. Let's start with a rounding out. Drop the head, drop the tail, find an exhale. Lift the middle of your body up toward the ceiling. And then on inhale, opening the front body, lifting the chin, the chest, the eyes, and the tail, arching the back. And you go ahead and move between these two places. Pause as much as you like. Take as many breaths as you wish. But do find your breath in your movement. Find the articulation of your spine. Can you feel the very tip of your tailbone? Can you imagine where your spine ends? Maybe you can feel it. It's all the way up between your ears. Go ahead and keep moving with your breath and with just the kindness that it takes to be connected to your best self. A few more rounds, starting to loosen up the body. One more round, inhale. One more round, exhale. And just curl the toes under and let's have a seat back on the heels. And just a quick release for those arms, those wrists, shake them out. Go ahead and circle the shoulders a little bit and your head and bring it into the elbows and the wrists so those wrists get a little break. Let's launch the arms to the sky, interlacing the fingers, palms up, shoulders down. Maybe your hips are having a seat on those heels to open up the soles of the feet. Take another breath here. Inhale. And exhale, let's unwind from this. Come on back to tabletop. Tap the tops of the feet on the mat. And then draw the knees together, take a breath in, and on exhale, gaze past the right shoulder toward the right ankle, let the left hip jut out. C shape to the spine. Inhale, center, and exhale off to the other side. So just work with this movement. In and out, opening the side of the spine, the side of the body. Noticing any places that you might harbor tension, places you might harbor emotions. Keep working with the breath. Find your kindness button. And let's come back to center again, and let's curl the toes under once again and have a seat back on the heels once again. Toes pose, shake out the arms, the wrists, circle the shoulders and the head. Just find some movement for yourself. Interlace the hands once again above the head. Palms high, shoulders low. Switch the clasp of your fingers. Take another moment to just open front, sides, and back of body. Breath in. And let's bring the hands back down to the ground. Tap the tops of the feet. And find a moment of stillness once again. Lifting the left hand off the mat, a little shake for the wrist, and then place that hand down underneath your nose at the front, middle, top of your mat. Right arm flows to the sky. And just lean back and find your open twist. Breath in. And then we're going to flow with it a couple times. Breath out, right shoulder, right ear to the ground. Inhale, wide open, launching up and open. Exhale, thread. One more round, open it up. And thread the needle, right shoulder, right ear to the ground. Left arm lengthens forward. And here you are already in a twist. If you want to deepen that twist, launch the left arm skyward and maybe lean back a little bit. Left hand becomes heavy, reaching back behind you, spinning, twisting. If it feels okay, left shoulder, left hand wraps around the back toward the front of the right thigh. And maybe you circle out that left shoulder, gaze goes upward toward the sky. For 3, 2, one more breath. Twist it a touch further. And then exhale, we'll unfurl, come on out. Just move it around your way, hips, shoulders, and head. Grateful for it all. Second side, right hand, shake it out, place it underneath the nose at the top center of the mat, and go ahead and launch your left arm high and just lean back and open up. Early twisting days, breath in. And thread the needle, left shoulder, left ear to the ground, breath out. Inhale, open wide. Fingertips back to the sky. Exhale, thread. And one last round, opening up. Big breath in. Thread the needle, breath out, left shoulder, left ear to the ground. Right arm lengthens forward. Settling into the twist. If you'd like to deepen, right arm flows up to the sky and gently, slowly back behind you, finding your way with this twist. Right arm wrapping round the back toward the front of the left thigh, circling out that right shoulder. Beautiful place here to test our boundaries. So noticing, where's your edge? And what does it mean to come up right up to your edge? Take a breath. And let's unfurl coming out and just move it around your way. Let's curl the toes under and rise the hips up to downward facing dog. And go ahead, just bend one knee and then the other, easing this out. Welcoming yourself to your practice. If there is an intention that you'd like to form for practice today that might inform your movements, it might also inform the rest of your day, the rest of your week, the month to come, who knows? Let it kind of bubble up. Let that intention bubble up as your palms press forward and your hips rise high, and Open up the spaces and places in your body that may have been tight or compressed. Shake out your head, give it a nod, yes. And notice your yeses these days. And shake out your head, no, and notice your no's these days. Heels drop down to or toward the floor as the hips rise higher and higher. Thighs pull back behind you as the palms press forward, creating some space for the armpits to open. Inhale, let's come forward to high plank, big breath in. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, big breath out. Inhale, high plank. Find your core strength. Exhale, draw back, down dog. One more round. Inhale, forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Let's just, left hand reaches back toward right ankle for a little gentle twist, peeking under that right shoulder. Three-legged dog has its power. Big breath in. And all fours here again, hands and feet. And then other side, right hand reaches for left ankle, shin. You may or may not be able to reach all the way. Little gaze underneath the left shoulder up toward the sky. Notice what happens here. Returning back to downward facing dog. Right leg flows up to the sky. Big breath in. And let's step the right foot forward and stay on the ball of the left foot. Left hand stays where it is, down on the ground, or you can place a block underneath that left hand. And the right hand comes to the right thigh and just give a little rub all the way back to your hip. And then find your right hand to your sacrum and start to spin and turn, drawing yourself, twisting up toward the sun with that right shoulder, all the way through the belly and the ribs and the heart space. Right arm might launch to the sky for a big wingspan through the arms. Twist, spin. Cherry on top moment, right arm reaches over the right ear and find your fingertips reaching forward and that left heel drawing back. Really find your fullness and length. Take a breath. If it feels nice, last moment is a wrap around the back for a half bind. Inhale. And exhale will unfurl to face the side of the mat. Inhale, flat back. And then exhale, full bow, head down, hips high. Release the arms for a moment. And just have a moment with yourself, a breath. Legs might be really engaged, strong muscles. Inhale, lift out, flat back. Exhale, one more time, fold. Head down, hips high. Deeper breaths for 3. 2, press into the outer edges of your feet to lift the inner seams of your feet, your soles of your feet. One more breath. And let's walk back around to the front. Step it back strong to high plank. Just pause there. And exhale, knees down, chest down, chin down for a little wiggle worm to the body. And then come on down to Sphinx and rise your way up so your forearms are on the mat. Elbows draw back, chest and belly kind of crawl forward. Collarbones broaden. Go ahead, turn your palms up and notice what's there for you to receive. Palms come back down and we straighten the arms, maybe walking the hands back an inch or 2. Shoulders drop, chest opens, legs get strong. Big breath in. Exhale, come on back down. Interlace the hands behind you and lift up one more time. Shoulders reaching down the back. Legs lift, chest lifts. Inhale. And exhale, let's come on back down. Hands underneath shoulders. Press up, high plank, breath in. And downward facing dog, breath out. Head nods yes. And then shakes out no. Left leg launches high to the sky, inhale. And left foot steps forward, stay on the ball of the right foot. Right hand stays down, could be to a block. Left hand comes to that outer thigh, all the way back to the hip. Just give a nice little rub, make your way back with that left hand to your sacrum, touching base there, enlivening your legs as you twist and turn toward the left, spinning, 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 left arm to the sky, open up your wingspan, knees draw toward one another, spread wide. Maybe wrap your top arm around the back for a half bind if that feels nice in your practice. Shoulders drawing away from ears. Here we go. Taking our beautiful ride. Last breath. Unfurling, turning to the side of the mat. Big breath in. And exhale, bow it on down. If it feels okay, interlace your hands up above, reaching the arms up to the sky, and maybe then dropping forward towards overhead. Shoulders draw up and away from the ground. Legs might feel called to engage. Inner seams of feet are lifting, the inner arches all the way up the inner seams of the legs. One more breath. Release the hands, flat back one more time, hands to the ground, shoulders over wrists, breath in. And exhale, let it go, head down, hips high. Maybe the hands find their way back up, switching the clasp, only if that feels right. For 3, 2, feel free to drop one shoulder then the other. One more breath. Releasing hands, spinning back around to face the front. Step back strong, high plank pause. This time, chaturanga, low push-up. You can always bring your knees down if that's better for you. And then a full breath in, upward dog, open up. Maybe a little side to side movement. Just working a little with twists today. So enjoying this tiny little twist. And when you're ready, press it on back, downward facing dog. You could go through a child pose if that's better for you. We'll take 5 breaths here in down dog, really setting yourself up. Palms spread, arm bones long, shoulders draw down, up the back. Hips rise high to the sky, spine gets long. Feet spread, legs powerful. Chest and belly drawing back towards your thighs. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Bend your knees, look forward, spring, step, or float to the front. Reach out long, flat back, inhale, and exhale, fold in, bow in, ragdoll pose. Walk your feet nice and wide and bend your knees a lot. You might take opposite hand to opposite elbow. Let things really cascade like a waterfall down through the crown of the head. Sitting bones rise up, up, up to the sky. Breath fills and empties. Maybe a little sway feels really right in your body. Two more breaths. And then bring your hands to your head or hair at the end of that second breath and just deepen a little bit further. The weight of your hands on your head or the pull, the tug through the hair brings you a little deeper into this forward bend, creates more space, opening up the backs of the legs, giving some touch to the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the neck, all those places that really will love this morning. Left hand down, right arm high, a little twist from here. Bend your left knee just to make it easier. See how that feels in your body. Listen to your own body's delights. If you want to try a little half bind, right hand to the sacrum or wraps around to the front of that bent right thigh. Right chest opens, inhale. And then we'll unwind and right hand replaces left. And left hand rises, right knee bends. Spin, spin, spin. Work with your breath, work with what's right for you. Again, left hand could touch sacrum or wrap to the front of that bent right thigh. Left shoulder opens up. One more breath in and last breath out. Release back to your forward bend. Shake out whatever needs shaking and bend your knees and round your way all the way up to standing. Take a moment to just shake it off. Shoulders and body shake. Release any excess tension that you might have in your body. Shaking is a wonderful way to shake out the willies, as someone was saying to me the other day. You could also think of it as shaking off toxins or excess tension. You could make it very vigorous by lifting your heels, or you could just work with the knees bent, feet flat. Take it for 10 more seconds. Just shake it out. And then bring it gently into a twist on your own timing. The hands could land, how about one fist at the chest and one fist at the sacrum as you twist. Last 2 rounds. Last round. Find your stillness. Feel what it feels like to be in this body right now. Can you stand a little taller? Just really owning the beauty of yourself. Tap into your inner beauty. Breathe into your inner beauty. Let's move with our inner beauty, launching the arms high, big breath in. And exhale, let's swan dive low. Knees can bend to get you all the way down if you wish, if you need. Inhale, long, flat back, legs strong or bent, spine nice and long, tailbone drawing back, crown drawing forward. Exhale, step it strong, high plank, moving into low push-up with an exhale, Finding your back bend, up dog, take a moment to open the heart, lift the chest, lift the eyes. And then exhale, press back downward facing dog, Palms press forward, hips rise high. Right leg flows to the sky, breath in. And let's step into warrior 2, breath out. Right foot steps, left foot spins flat. Find your wide open arms. Check in with your shoulders. Are they at ease? Reverse your warrior, inhale. And let's try our side angle lunge today with the right hand down, all the way down by your ankle. Now, if that's too far, use a block. You could be to the inside or the outside of that right foot. Left arm reaches over the ear. Just notice how this feels, just a little shift for us. Spread through the outer edge of that back leg and really feel the connection all the way through the left fingertips. Dive deeper into that bent right knee. And let's take a half bind to twist it even further, wrapping your left arm around your back, spinning your heart open, breathing fully for 3, belly strong on exhales, 2, 1 more breath. Return to warrior 2, inhale, reverse your warrior, and let's flow on out, high to low, upward facing. Meet me in down dog your way. You know how to get there. Work with your breath. Respect yourself through this practice. Know your edges and come right up against them. Left leg flows to the sky, inhale. And let's open wide, warrior 2, exhale. Left foot steps, right foot spins flat, wide open. Check in, hands, feet, shoulders and head, legs and core, spine and breath. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Open up that side body. And then we'll go ahead and take our side angle, but the left hand comes down, all the way down to your shin or block or floor. Right arm extending over your ear and really spread through the right side. Right knee opens toward pinky toe. Right side body gets wide open stretch. And cherry on top would be to wrap the top arm around the back for the twist. Breathing into these movements, delighting in your body and all that we can do with it. 1 more breath. Let's return to warrior two. Reverse your warrior, big breath in. And flow it on out, finding your way back to down dog your way, working with your breath, working with your pacing, loving yourself up today. Breath in, big breath out. Bend your knees, look forward, spring, step, or float to the front. Reach it out flat back, inhale and exhale, hug in. Give yourself a little hug behind your calves. Shake out your head. Hips rising, opening spaces inside and out. Toe heel your feet together and find an Utkatasana. Bend your knees, drop your hips, swoop your arms high. Heels are heavy, toes are light. Breath in, shoulders dropped. Exhale, breath out, the arms reach back, the crown of head reaches forward, chest also. Inhale high, heels heavy, toes light. Exhale, fold over, belly toward those thighs, arms and spine long. One more round, big breath in. Exhale, flow it through, arms behind you, crown of head forward. Big breath in here, arms rise, hands to the heart, let's twist. Left elbow past right thigh. If you want to walk your feet wider apart, go for it. See what works best in your body. You could squeeze a block between your inner thighs if that feels interesting. But turn and twist and spin. Hips heavy, heart light, maybe arms open in wingspan. See what's there with your breath, with your body. One more breath. Let's release and walk the feet wide apart and sink down into a squat. Walking your feet wide, elbows coming to inner thighs, hands, the thumbs coming to the heart space. Sink the anchor of your pelvis down as the heart is like a hot air balloon floating upward. Inner thighs, inner knees opening. Breath filling the spaces. Belly squeezing on exhale. And can you just stand up from here? Is that possible for you? Give it a try. Shake it out. Shake your legs, shake your body. Maybe a little shake like we just did earlier, shaking out any excess tension. We're going to find our way, your timing, meeting in the Utkatasana. So toe heel the feet together or keep them a little wider. Sink in with your hips down and your pinkies light. Shoulders dropping. How low can you go with this? Breath in. And then arms sweep back, crown of head reaches forward, breath out. Spread your toes, inhale, rise the arms. Exhale, fold, flow. Knees stay bent, crown of head forward, tailbone back. One more, inhale. Exhale, flow it, long spine, strong body. Rise it on up, big breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's twist the other way, right elbow past left thigh. And spin and spin. The knees swivel to the right. The chest reaches up toward the left, toward the sky. The belly is supportive. Hips back, heart high. Maybe wingspan through the arms for 3, 2. Hips heavy, heart light. One more breath. Exhale, release. Toe heel your feet apart. This time, hands come to those big toes and inhale, flat back, and exhale, fold. Forward bend, head gets to be heavy. Hips get to energize upward. Reversing the flow of things can be so wonderful. Can you kind of snake your way into a little more movement, a little more stretch? One more breath in and a nice sigh out. Let's rise to standing, pressing through those feet. Inhale, walk your fingertips along the ceiling. And then exhale right through the center line, hands to heart, pause and feel. What is something you're loving about yourself? What is something you're respecting about yourself? Inhale the arms high. Exhale, swan dive forward and down. Let it go. Inhale, reach long, flat back. Exhale, finding your way to down dog, maybe through high to low, upward facing. Any of these pieces along the way, your design. Right leg flows to the sky once you've arrived in down dog. Inhale. And let's step out, warrior two. Right foot steps, left foot spins flat. Sweep the arms into a big wide circumference. Reverse your warrior. Inhale, straightening your right leg, walking your right fingertips along the ceiling. And exhale, Trikonasana triangle. Tailbone goes back toward your left heel. Right hand lands. It could be on a block this time or straight to your shin or the floor. Left arm wraps round the back for a little bit of a deeper twist. Spinning through belly, spinning through ribs, spinning through heart. Crown of head grows its way forward. Tailbone grows its way long in opposition. Maybe the left arm flows up to the sky in wingspan. Just feel into the love here for 3. Let the love circulate. 2. One more breath. Finding our half moon, left hand to left hip. Bend your right knee. Right hand steps forward of pinky toe and karate kick left leg into space. Ooh la la. Now the left arm could rise up to the sky or stay at the hip. The left knee can bend and the left hand takes that left foot. So you choose. So nice to have safe choices. For 3. 2, that left thigh opening. One more breath, no matter where you are. Last inhale. Let's return to warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, open it up. And find your way on out. Step straight on back to down dog. And just take a couple breaths landing there, opening the body, finding some new nooks and crannies that may be more aware to you from the practice. One more big breath in, and a nice big breath out. Left leg flows to the sky, inhale. And let's step straight into our warrior 2. Flowing with your breath, flowing with your timing. Reversing your warrior, straightening out that left leg. Walking your left fingertips along the ceiling. And hinging your way into triangle pose. So the tip of the tail goes back toward the right heel. Left hand comes on down. And if you can, keep your right arm wrapped around your back for a little bit of a deeper twisting experience. Spinning away from that inner left thigh, and left thigh spinning away from your belly and your ribs and your heart. One beautiful long line of energy. Maybe the right arm launches in wingspan. Choose your gaze that feels just right for this moment. How does this experience feel for you? Right hand comes to right hip. Bend your left knee and we fly our way, half moon. Right leg karate kicks into space. And you choose your adventure. You could bend your back knee and reach for the foot. Could be something different. Right arm launching to the sky. Maybe half moon is just way too intense. All good. Take a breath. Feel the fullness of this very moment wherever you are. And smile for it. And let's find our way back. Warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Stepping your way on out. Finding your way straight back to down dog. And just a few breaths to honor the opening of your body. Right leg flowing to the sky. Inhale. Right foot stepping to left wrist. Exhale, pigeon pose. Hips sink, heart lifts. Take a beat, take a moment, take a breath. Center of left kneecap is on the mat. Heart is high. And when you're ready, folding in. Letting go. If you're loving the twisting action, the left shoulder could make it to the mat. And the right hand comes to that sacrum. A little extra twist moment. Breathing. Enjoying the benefits of the practice. Softening. Slowing your breath down. 3 more breaths. In and out. Last breath in. Sigh it out and rise your way on up. And let's keep the right knee bent and swing the left leg up and around. And just take a moment to find your full height. Of course, our postures are expressions of how we feel about ourselves. So notice how at ease and tall you can be. Wrap your right arm around that bent left knee. And of course, maybe you choose the adjectives that you want to kind of represent in your body as you move through the world. We're twisting, we're spinning. So it could be at ease, it could be authentic. Could be open or caring. So notice the energy you wish to put out in the world and just see how you inhabit that in these poses. Spinning, breathing, exploring, turning this into your own pose, your own experience. Now, one more breath. And let's unwind and turn to the right, and forearms come down and head bows. Just relaxing and releasing. Deeper breaths, 2 more. Transitioning, we're going to find our way to all fours for a moment. Just find that stillness and tabletop. A few cats and cows just to honor the spine and the breath. Maybe you notice more this time around. One more full round in and out. And when you've completed, curl your toes under, rise your way up, downward facing dog. Long arms, long legs, long breath. Left leg flows up to the sky, big breath in. And left foot steps to right wrist. For pigeon, big breath out. Hips drop, heart lifts. Take the moment to set yourself up with dignity. Be sure you have comfort and support. And when you're ready, you fold in and you bow in and you make sure that all feels well. You might choose a twist, right shoulder to the ground. Right ear might want to be supported, or just straight on with the classic pigeon. Take your time. You always have the option to change your mind and change your body. Slow it down. Three more breaths. rise. Left knee stays bent. Right leg wraps around, right foot comes to the ground. Left arm wraps around that bent right knee, and find your posture, find your pose. What do you wish to inhabit in the world today? Who do you want to be? We've got so many options, right? Spin all of you. Leave nothing behind. 3 more breaths. How could you make this even better for yourself? And let's unwind toward the left and forearms to the ground and just bow. Jaw relaxes. Emptying out. Last breath. Rise, rise, rise on up. And just lengthen your legs forward. And just take a moment here. Hands come by the sides of your hips and just rock side to side so you feel the sitting bones really grounding into the ground, settling in. Hands down by your sides, chest open, legs strong and long. Rise your arms up. Walk your fingertips along the ceiling a little bit. Stretch from your fingertips all the way to the base of your ribs. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to flow with this a little bit. So just take a moment, breath in, breath out. And then rise your way back up nice and easy. Lower spine draws in, fingertips, pinky fingers reach, shoulders drop, heart lifts. Breath opens you up, and exhale. This time we land it and we just dive a little deeper into this forward bend. Paschimottanasana, westward facing pose. Tailbone drawing back, crown drawing forward. Head nice and easy. 3 more breaths. How much longer can you get through your spine? Easy rise when you're ready. Right leg stays straight and left knee bends. And just take a moment to balance yourself, turning toward the extended right leg. Just take a moment in time to take a beat. And lengthen your body out over that right leg. Left hand reaches for the outside of the right foot or the shin. You could also use a strap. It's a little bit of a twist. Breathe into it. A little spin. Nice long spine. And we'll rise and just switch sides. Left leg lengthens, right knee bends. Take your time. Take a beat. Set yourself up here. We start to twist a little bit toward the left leg and just pause. And when you're ready, lengthen. Right arm reaches for the outside of the left leg or foot, and you twist. Big breath in and last 2 breaths. Unfurl yourself, lengthen both legs. And let's bend the knees to lie down on the mat and just take a moment to move around any which way that feels good. We're gonna end our practice with a bridge pose. So there's no rush to get there and you can take it your way. We're gonna take an extended Shavasana today. So enjoy this last pose. and the winding down to ensue. Feet are on the floor, heels are close to your hips. Hands could reach down to tickle the heels. And when you're ready, you press through the feet and you lift through your hips. And you might not come very far. You might be able to lift very high. You could place your hands underneath your hips or a block. You could interlace your hands underneath your body, feet down, hips high, chest opening, thighs lengthening. Really enjoy it all. And stay as long as you like. There's no rush to get out, but when you're ready, you just come out. And, we're going to transition in our own timing. So you might still be in bridge, but it's your way out of bridge and into Shavasana. So it could be some last minute poses and movements that your body wishes for. You might still be way up in bridge or even coming into a wheel just to celebrate the openness of life. Whatever feels good in your body as you settle in and transition to a nice, long, luxurious Shavasana. And there's no time you have to get there. If you're ready, come on into a rest. You might want to do a last final twist or some core work before you close down into deep rest. But once you've arrived and you know you're going to settle in, check that you are well supported. Again, another really important detail for self-care and for self-respect is to make sure you're well supported. Supported in the right ways. Make sure you're warm. Maybe something over your eyes or socks on your feet. Make sure you've got space around you. Invite in some deeper breaths in and out. Check in with that exhale. Can you soften even more deeply? Can you imagine your body disintegrating into the earth? Can you imagine your mind resting without any distractions? Letting your face soften. Turning your sense perceptions inward. Softening your muscles and bones. Letting go of the doing. Allow yourself to rest, and I will mind the time. Call us out when it's time. Mhm. Make your hands into your face and just a little self massage around the cheekbones and the jaw. Finding your breath again. A little touch to the temples and the ears. Maybe the forehead. And a little pinch for the eyebrows. Loosen up your cheeks. Make some sound and start to find a deeper breath in. And a melting breath out, just sinking in a little further into the body. If there are any places on your body that you want to touch while you're lying here, just take a moment. Maybe it's like the collarbone, the shoulder, the chest, maybe the wrists or the hands. Just taking a moment to be extra kind to yourself. Moving slowly out of Shavasana, maybe as you came in. Maybe a little rub for the belly with your open palms. And take another big breath into the belly. And a big breath out. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. And let your head roll easy side to side. Soft body, soft animal body, loving what it loves. Rolling to the side and take a moment to hug your animal body, yourself, and all the parts of you, all the places and parts. We all carry so many different hats that we pull out, different costumes, different ways that we appear in the world. So there's a big authentic self there, and then there are all those beautiful parts to honor. And if any of them need a little inviting out or a little care, now's the moment. You can also drop your forehead down to the ground if there's anything to release, let go of, clarify. Gently find your way to rising on up to seated, your timing. And once you've gotten there, just find your breath. Reconnect with a deeper breath. And draw your hands to your heart and find a breath for your heart. And let your gaze go down into your heart and just take a moment to honor and love and care for all of who you are, all that you are becoming. Thumbs right up to your third eye center between your brows. And let that rise you and lift you and expand you, as well as dive you even deeper into self. And we do that by acknowledging all that we are connected to, every sentient being we wish well, we connect with, and we offer peace and light. Namaste.